Hello Marvel fans and welcome back to Nerd Doc. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is finally here and we've got plenty of spoilers for you, so this is your spoiler warning. If you don't want to be spoiled, you can check out our other Multiverse of Madness videos linked in the description below, including our spoiler-free review and a look at America Chavez, origin, and powers. As always, be sure to check out our Instagram for daily Marvel news and rumors. This video will only cover the basic plot of Multiverse of Madness and explain the ending. If you're looking for details on the two post-credit scenes, you can find that video linked below. If you have any questions that we don't answer in the video, or you just want more of an explanation, leave a comment below and we'll answer as best we can. Since the movie is still in theaters, we can't show you any footage outside of the trailers, so please bear with us on that. There are chapter timestamps below, so you can jump straight to the ending if you'd like. The basic premise of the movie is that Wanda wants her kids back. She's using the Darkhold to summon creatures that go after America Chavez in other realities. Since Wanda's kids exist in other realities, her goal is to capture America Chavez so she can take her ability and create a portal between realities to get back to her kids. Multiverse of Madness opens with Sinister Strange and America Chavez running from one of the monsters Wanda has summoned. They're trying to get to the Book of Vishanti, which basically tells you how to defeat any enemy. Right before they get to the book, the creature injures Sinister Strange. He quickly realizes he can't defeat the creature, and his last option is to take the power from America Chavez, which would also kill her. As he starts this process, the creature stabs him through the chest, and America tries to get away. The creature captures her, but in a panic, she opens a portal to the main MCU reality as America and the dead body of Sinister Strange go through the portal. Another creature is chasing America through the streets of New York in the main MCU reality, which interrupts Doctor Strange's time at the reception after Christine Palmer's wedding. Christine married a guy named Charles who doesn't seem to have any kind of real significance. Strange engages the creature, Gargantos, who looks a lot like Shuma Gorath, but since Marvel doesn't have the film rights to Shuma, it's Gargantos. Wong shows up to help Steven, and they eventually topple the monster, pulling out its eyeball. Wong and Strange realize that both creatures were covered in runes, which indicates witchcraft. Wong takes America back to Kamar-Taj, while Strange visits Wanda, only to learn that she is the one controlling these creatures and looking for America Chavez. Wanda threatens Strange before he heads back to Kamar-Taj to prepare for battle. Wanda's attack on Kamar-Taj is where most of the body count in the film comes from. She kills a lot of sorcerers and destroys some of the buildings. Doctor Strange tries to stop her using the mirror dimension, but it's Scarlet Witch, so she gets out of it with ease, then uses the reflections in the room to take down a few more sorcerers before fully engaging Wong and Strange again. Wanda is coming from the mirror dimension, so she can actively move through reflections and actually pull people through puddles and other reflections. Wong gets knocked out, but Strange and America escape when America opens another portal. At this point, America Chavez can't control her power, so she can only open portals when she's in a high-stress situation. After the multiverse jumping clip from the trailers, they land in the 838 universe. More on that in a moment. This reality has really colorful buildings, but all the people are dressed in gray tones. Green also means stop, while red means go. America and Strange come across Bruce Campbell as a street vendor. For those who are unaware, Campbell has a cameo in most of Sam Raimi's films. We've covered the cameos in Multiverse of Madness in another video, so be sure to check that out in the description below. Campbell runs the Pizza Pulpa street vendor that sells pizza balls. America thought the food was free because it's free in most realities, but Campbell wants to get paid. Strange casts a spell that causes him to punch himself in the face over and over, then mentions that it will last 3 weeks as they walk away. That's only significant because it comes up again in the final post-credit scene. Doctor Strange and America Chavez come across a memory lane store that allows them to see memories from their past. Strange sees a dinner with Christine, while America sees herself back in her home, the Utopian Parallel, which is a dimension that exists outside of time and the multiverse in the comics. She was almost stung by a bee, which caused her to accidentally open a portal, sending her two mothers into another reality. She hasn't seen them since and assumes she killed them, but that is never confirmed, and she'll probably run into them in a future Disney Plus series or something along those lines. This is slightly different from the comics, where her mothers actually died trying to protect the Utopian Parallel and America Chavez. Doctor Strange and America Chavez seek out the Doctor Strange variant of the 838 universe, which is where they find the Supreme Strange statue outside of the Sanctum. On the statue it says that this variant died fighting Thanos. Mordo comes out of the Sanctum and welcomes them inside, where he offers them tea that just so happens to be drugged. They end up in the secure building of the Illuminati, where Christine Palmer of that reality is looking after them in glass cells, and name drops the Baxter Foundation, which is directly tied to the Fantastic Four. They may even be inside the Baxter building, but that's never actually confirmed. Christine mentions that they're in the 838 universe and that Strange and America have come from the 616 universe. This is the same universe as the Marvel Comics. At first, people assumed the MCU was Earth 199999, but a Marvel Studios producer confirmed last year that it was in fact 616, so this is just further confirmation of that. In the comics, to keep track of all the various realities, they're all numbered. Also, if you recall, Mysterio claimed to be from Earth 833 in Spider-Man Far From Home. Anyway, Mordo brings Strange before the Illuminati, which consists of Sorcerer Supreme Mordo, Captain Carter as Captain America the First Avenger, Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four, Black Bolt of the Inhumans, Maria Rambeau as Captain Marvel, and Professor Charles Xavier of the X-Men, complete with green suit and yellow hover chair to give him a very similar look to Professor X from the animated series. When Xavier enters the room, you even hear a very subtle opening theme from the animated series. It was a nice little nod, and all of this gives us reason to believe X-Men 97 will be canon, which we'll have a video on very soon, so subscribe and stuff. These are mostly variants of characters who we've seen before using the same actors. You've got Haley Atwell as Captain Carter from Captain America First Avenger and What If, Lashana Lynch playing Maria Rambeau from Captain Marvel and the mother of Monica Rambeau from WandaVision, Anson Mount reprising his role as Black Bolt from the failed Inhuman series, Chiwetel Ejiofor as Mordo from the first Doctor Strange, and Patrick Stewart as Professor X from the various Fox X-Men movies. The only new actor is John Krasinski as Reed Richards, a variant of Jim from The Office, and he looks pretty good. This doesn't confirm he'll be Reed Richards in the 616 universe, but we won't complain if he is.
This would take a little too long to explain, so I won't.
The Illuminati banter back and forth with Strange until Xavier tells him what really happened to Supreme Strange from the 838 universe. He was corrupted by the Darkhold in an attempt to beat Thanos. In the end, they use the Book of Vishanti to kill Thanos on Titan. We actually see the Illuminati on Titan near an impaled Thanos with Supreme Strange on his knees. The Illuminati decided Strange was the greatest risk to the multiverse since he had been dreamwalking into other universes using the Darkhold. Dreamwalking is when you use the Darkhold to enter the body of yourself in another universe. It doesn't last long, but great damage can be done in a short time. In addition, the more you move between realities, the higher the risk of an incursion, which is when realities collide. If this happens, one or both realities could be destroyed. This is basically foreshadowing the next phase of the MCU that will likely lead up to Secret Wars, which we'll cover in another video, as you guessed it, link below. We aren't told exactly what Supreme Strange was doing in his dreamwalks, but it's heavily implied that it had something to do with Christine Palmer, somewhat similar to the Strange in the What If series. The Illuminati could not risk keeping Supreme Strange alive, so Black Bolt used his power to blast him into nothingness while they were all on Titan. When they got back to Earth, they told everyone Strange died fighting Thanos so that people would have someone to look up to. The Earth needs heroes, and Supreme Strange was turned into Earth's mightiest hero in the cover-up. The Illuminati now look to judge the main MCU Strange to see if he is an equal threat to the multiverse. If they find him to be such a threat, they will kill him like they did Supreme Strange. However, the proceedings are interrupted when Scarlet Witch dreamwalks into the body of Wanda from the 838 reality and starts destroying the Ultron bots guarding the Illuminati building. As a quick note, there's no sign of Iron Man, but it's possible he died fighting Thanos, or even that the Ultron bots were created by Reed Richards instead. To back it up a little bit, back in Comertage, Wong was restrained by Scarlet Witch as she was deep in meditation using the Darkhold to dreamwalk. While she was preoccupied, one of the random sorcerers from Wakanda who was in training when Scarlet Witch attacked, snuck into the room. Wong told her to free him so that he could destroy the Darkhold, but she said that he could not be the one to do it. Instead of freeing Wong, she dives on the Darkhold and stabs it with a knife, destroying the book but also burning herself to a crisp. This is why she didn't want Wong to do it, because she knew it would take the life of anyone who tried to destroy the Darkhold. With the Darkhold destroyed, Scarlet Witch is pulled back into the 616 reality, and she is not happy about it. Wanda forces Wong to help her by threatening the lives of some of the injured sorcerers laying around Comertage. Wong tells her that the Darkhold is a copy of the scriptures on the walls of Wundagore, high up in the mountains. Chthon and Demogorge are both name-dropped here for the comic enthusiasts. Wong is forced to open a portal to the mountain where they find a few demons loyal to Scarlet Witch in what is basically a shrine to her. If you recall in WandaVision, the coming of the Scarlet Witch has long been foretold, so it makes sense that a shrine would be built for her. Wanda uses the scriptures here to dreamwalk again, which is when she attacks the Illuminati base. Back to Earth 838 and the Illuminati. Wanda is taking down Ultron bots left and right as Strange tries to warn the Illuminati of Wanda's power. The Illuminati is cocky and ignore these warnings as they engage Wanda. Reed Richards and Black Bolt are front and center as Reed tries to reason with Wanda, warning her that one word out of Black Bolt's mouth would easily destroy her. So of course, Wanda removes Black Bolt's mouth completely and he ends up blowing a hole in the back of his skull. Fun times. Reed continues to reason with her, saying that he has kids as well. When Wanda asks if his wife is still alive, Reed says that she is, and Wanda says good, then someone will be left to take care of the kids, before she turns Reed into spaghetti as his head pops with a bit of red dust. While we get to see Black Bolt's powers, all you see of Reed's power is when he first comes into the room with Wanda as he drops down from above with a stretched out arm. It's a blink and you'll miss it moment, but he does have more speaking lines than any of the other Illuminati members aside from Mordo. Mordo and Xavier are still in the neighboring chamber with Strange, so Captain Carter and Captain Marvel attack Wanda. They have a bit more success than Black Bolt and Reed, but Wanda still knocks them around quite a bit. Monica gets buried under a giant statue that Wanda pulls down on top of her, while Captain Carter gets cut in half by her shield when Wanda throws it back at her. You don't actually see her get cut in half because it's a PG-13 movie, but it's heavily implied that she is beyond dead. Xavier engages Wanda's mind, and we see the visual effect from the animated series with little circles emanating from his head. In Wanda's mind, Xavier is walking around, no wheelchair needed here, what looks like Wanda's destroyed apartment from her childhood when she and Pietro were stuck near the Stark missile. Instead of young Wanda being stuck under the rubble, it's the Wanda from 838. Xavier tries to free her, thinking it may end the dreamwalk, but Scarlet Witch finds him and snaps his neck, killing him in the real world as well. At this point, Strange realizes he needs to get free of the bracer handcuffs that were limiting his ability to use magic. Steven starts to goad Mordo, who eventually attacks him and damages the bracers enough to set him free. Steven catches up with Christine, who helped free America after Wanda started attacking. Christine helps him find the doorway to the Book of Vishanti while Scarlet Witch chases them down. On foot, because she can't fly, for some reason. This is probably because her dreamwalk is coming to an end, but it's really only because they wanted a chase sequence here, and Wanda flying in at full speed would mean they don't last very long against her. Anyway, they get to the door, and Steven uses his watch to open it, revealing the Book of Vishanti and the chamber beyond. Unfortunately, Wanda catches up to them, uses a trance on America to force her to open a portal to throw Steven and Christine into another reality, then opens a portal to where Scarlet Witch is at and throws America through the portal. With the dreamwalk now over, the Wanda from 838 awakens and flies back home to look after her kids, confirming that she does have some powers in the 838 universe. Back in the shrine, Wanda knocks Wong over the side of the mountain, making you think he may be dead, then starts draining the power from America Chavez. Meanwhile, Strange and Christine are in a new reality that is crumbling, similar to Strange's reality from What If. They locate the Sinister Strange variant, and the two Stranges start talking. To prove to Sinister Strange that 616 Strange is who he says he is, 616 recalls the death of his sister, Donna. Donna Strange is a character from the comics who is Stephen Strange's younger sister. In the comics, she drowns around the age of 17, and in the movie, Stephen says she died when she fell into an ice lake and he couldn't save her. This is almost exactly the same as the comics, so we'll see if Stephen's brother, Victor Strange, gets mentioned at some point in the future. Victor becomes a vampire in the comics, and Blade is coming, so you never know. It turns out Sinister Strange has control of the Darkhold and used it in an attempt to find a reality where Steven and Christine are together, killing any Strange variants he came across. The corruption of the Darkhold caused him to gain a third eye, which is basically how we can confirm when Strange is corrupted, even though Wanda doesn't seem to have one and is also corrupted by the Darkhold. Just go with it. Strange from 616 needs to use the Darkhold to get back to his reality, but Sinister Strange will only let him use it if he gives her his Christine. When 616 refuses, a musical note fight starts in which the two variants are shooting magical sheet music at each other. It sounds, well, strange, but it works well enough. 616 Strange ends up knocking Sinister Strange out the window, impaling him on the railing below. He then uses the Darkhold to dreamwalk into the body of the dead Defender Strange from the beginning of the movie. He was buried on a random rooftop in New York after Strange and Wong defeated Gargantos. Strange asks Christine to protect his body from the souls of the damned who will come after him. This is because you're not allowed to dreamwalk into a dead body. When Stephen does this, the souls appear and attack Defender Strange's body in the 616 reality, as well as Strange and Christine in the Sinister Strange reality. Christine defeats them using the Brazier of Bomb Goliath, a magical vase that was very briefly featured in the first Doctor Strange movie. Christine then reminds Stephen that he's a master of the mystic arts and should be able to control the demons, so he does, and uses them to battle Scarlet Witch with the help of Wong, who was not dead, and climb back up the mountain. Stephen gives America a quick pep talk that gives her the confidence she needs to use her powers at will. America Chavez attacks Wanda and has the upper hand for a brief moment. As America starts to lose the fight, she opens a portal to 838 again, showing 838 Wanda with her kids. Billy and Tommy are afraid of Scarlet Witch, which causes her to snap out of the Darkhold's corruption, ending the fight with America. As Scarlet Witch bids Dreamwalking Stephen farewell, she destroys the shrine in every version of the Darkhold in every reality. As the shrine collapses on top of her, you see a flash of red as a wink and a nod that she is not actually dead. More on the fate of Scarlet Witch and what's coming next for her in another video linked in the description below. There's a lot to come, and it may involve Doctor Doom and the Young Avengers. Fingers crossed for that one. America Chavez creates a portal to get Stephen and Christine back as the two share a romantic moment. As the movie comes to an end, America is training at Comertage, but isn't picking up magic very well. Strange is walking through New York when he drops to his knees in pain and a third eye sprouts on his forehead just before the credits roll. So what do you think? Leave a comment and let us know your thoughts, or ask any lingering questions you may still have. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who loves Dr. Stephen Strange.